Or what do you do if you ever feel guilty? Do you ever feel guilty? It's an interesting emotion, isn't it? We feel bad about something that we did in the past, so it's affecting our present and it could affect our future, because if you feel really crappy because you feel guilty, then you might not have a great day today, you might miss out on great experiences, there might be stuff that you don't learn today, so tomorrow might be affected. But what if we turned guilt into a real positive thing? So I can't change what I did. If I did something bad or something that I wasn't happy with or something that offended somebody, or I just did something that made me feel guilty, I can't change that I did it. But if I feel guilty, could that be a really good sign, a really good feeling, a really good emotion to tell me that what I did probably wasn't a good thing and I shouldn't do it again? If we didn't have guilt, is it possible that we just keep doing crappy stuff, keep shitting on people, keep doing the things that make us feel guilty? And we don't feel guilty because we've done something great. We always feel guilty because we think we've done something bad. So what if we turn it into a positive? So I can't change my past. I can't change what I did. But if I feel guilty, what a great opportunity to say, well, that doesn't make me feel good. I don't like feeling guilty. I'm not going to do that again. The interesting thing, though, as an exercise professional, of course, is the connection between food and exercise and guilt. So people feel guilty because they ate something. Well, you can't change that you ate it. And if you do want to change that you ate it, that puts you into that horrible headspace of bulimia, where you eat and then you try and throw it up, or take laxatives to poo it out, or exercise fanatically to try and burn it off. So if you ate it, accept the fact that you ate it, and instead of feeling guilty about it, oh, I wish I didn't eat that, I feel guilty that I ate it. There's two questions there. Why do you feel guilty? It's just food. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, that's all it is. That's what you put into your body. If you've got a disconnection in your head between good food and bad food, so I think that's a good food, so I don't feel guilty if I eat that, but I think that's a bad food, so I do feel guilty when I eat that. I always ask why. Literally, all you've done is eaten carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen molecules, and if you didn't eat any protein, there was no nitrogen. I can't change it. I can burn it off. But if I'm healthy, fit and strong, why not just eat when you're hungry, stop eating when you're full, rather than feeling guilty about anything? This guilt thing is a really fascinating. I would like to get rid of the emotion. But if you can't, or if you do feel guilty because you did something crappy, wouldn't it be a really good idea to turn that guilt into a positive? So eating that food made me feel guilty, so either I'm not going to eat it, or I'm going to analyse why. Why should I feel guilty about eating food? Exercise. I didn't exercise, so I feel guilty. Can you change the fact that you didn't exercise? Nah, you just didn't. There's no could've, should've, would've. There's just no, I didn't. So I didn't. It made me feel crappy. I feel guilty that I didn't exercise. So I don't want to feel like that anymore. So from now on, when it's time for me to do an exercise session, when it's time for me to get puffed or lift heavy, I'm going to go do it rather than feel guilty about not doing it. And it's interesting, a lot of people spend or waste a lot of time feeling guilty about something that they didn't do. Well, why not just go do it? And then you'll get rid of the guilt and you'll feel fantastic, rather than analysing and going over and bitter and twisted and making a big hoo-ha about something you didn't do. Well, just go bloody do it, and then you've done it and you don't need to feel guilty about not doing it. Isn't that awesome? So emotion, and that's the whole hormonal system. The hormonal system is designed for us to thrive, to have a great life, to be happy, and to ultimately to procreate. So if you're feeling guilty about what you ate, or guilty about the exercise that you didn't do, or guilty about something that you said, there's a great example. If you said something stupid, apologise for it. Rather than, oh, I feel so bad that I said that, I feel guilty I said that. Go to the person you said it to and say, hey, I'm an idiot. I screwed up. I'm really sorry. I feel really crappy that I said that to you, or treated you that way, or said that, and I just apologise. And if they don't forgive you, that's their challenge. But you've now done all you can possibly do. Rather than stewing on it and feeling guilty about it, just remove that situation. So get over it, apologise for it, accept that you did it, and then move on. So there's two parts to the guilt thing. If you feel it, appreciate that you do and don't do the same thing again. But also a great opportunity to analyse, why do I feel guilty? Should I feel guilty? Did I actually do something wrong? Did I screw up? Did I make a mistake? The beautiful thing about mistakes, how on earth would we learn if we didn't make mistakes? Nobody's perfect. We all screw up. So rather than feeling guilty about making a mistake, screwing up, doing something wrong, how about learn from it, grow from it and get better because of it, rather than feeling guilty about it? One of the things I always ask is this, why do we waste time on anything? We've only got 24 hours in a day. You and I have that in common. We only have 7 days in a week. You and I have that in common. We only have 52 weeks in a year. You and I have that in common. What we don't know is how many years we've got. And wouldn't it be awful to waste it? I don't want to waste 1 second on useless things that waste my time, because if I waste time, I can't get it back. If you waste money, you can always make more money, for example, but time, you can never get it back. So for me, I'm very precious about my time. I don't want to waste it. I don't even want to spend time. I want to invest time and get a return on my investment. And if I'm going to feel guilty, which I don't want to, but if I ever do, I want to get a return on investment for that time frame that I felt guilty. So what do I feel guilty about? Can I change it? No. Can I fix it? Go fix it. If I can't fix it, accept that it happened and move on, rather than waste time on it. So what a great opportunity. I've come out into the gym. It's freezing cold out here tonight. I just wanted to get a bit of a clear headspace, because people have shared with me today, and I've had one experience in particular, where somebody feels really guilty about something that they ate 3 days ago. So they went out for dinner 3 days ago, ate something that they thought was a bad food, and they're still feeling guilty about it 3 days later. And I just thought, what a horrible way to live. I coach people every day through that headspace of, there's no could have, should have, would have. There's just you did or you didn't. If you did, is that good or bad? If you didn't, is that good or bad? Doesn't matter, you can't change it, but what can you learn from it? How can you grow from it? How can you get better from it, rather than feeling guilty about it? And could that be a really great way to live your life to the max? Get rid of the bad stuff, put more good stuff in, and keep going into an upward spiral of, I'm learning and growing and getting better every day, rather than I feel guilty, I feel crappy, I feel depressed, so I'm going to eat, I'm going to drink, I'm going to take drugs because I feel bad. Let's get over the bad, invest the learning experience, and make tomorrow even better. So you can sing like I do. I feel good, na 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 na. I knew that I would now, na 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 na. Because there's no could have, should have, would have. There's just I did it. Woohoo!